June 15th, 1987. Vassula writes, Yesterday I flew to Hong Kong for our holiday. While in transit in Bangkok, something happened. I sat to read at the transit hall at the end of a row of chairs. Suddenly, in front of my feet, an Arab threw a carpet, totally ignoring me, with two others behind him, and fell to the ground worshipping God. With quite a loud voice attracting much attention. I felt awkward as no one was sitting around me. I felt I was disturbing, as I was just in front of them. I didn't move. Their voices rose higher, and someone took a picture of the whole awkward scene from behind me. Later on, God told me, "This man said his prayers loud enough to attract a lot of attention. He was heard in transit, but in that hall only. The walls heard him. My heart never heard a thing. All the words remained on his lips. Nevertheless, I heard your voice, in spite that no one heard you, and no one knew what you were telling me. But it came from your heart, not from your lips." I did not want to write this down because of fear of discrimination, but God told me, "What have you to fear? I am the truth. And does this not also happen with Christians too?" Today we made a tour with a bus in the town and outskirts. Suddenly, instead of these tall buildings, I saw huge black crosses. The footnote reads, "I remembered the words, arid lands." I thought it was my imagination, but I heard God's voice saying, "No, it is not your imagination. They are my crosses." When seeing Consumer's Paradise, I thought that if I had to live in it, I would die. It would be torture for me. And to think that a year ago I thought it was paradise. God does not want to spare me from saying this too. At our tour bus, the guide showed us a super villa of the richest man in Hong Kong. He told us there are 2 millionaires very well known by name in all Hong Kong. God's voice came in my ears saying, "But I know not who they are. They belong to the world. Their riches are worldly riches. They have nothing in my kingdom." Vassula writes, God took over to write this himself. God speaks, "Beloved, I am giving you signs. Be alert. Vassula, believe what you hear from me." She says, "I am thinking of the Arab." The Lord speaks, "Holiness was missing from him. Even you could see it." She writes, later on, the Lord speaks, "O Vassula, do I not deserve my respect?" Vassula writes, "I feared this. I had no opportunity to be with God writing, so I took my chance in the hotel room with my son around and husband. TV was on. I blocked my ears with a Walkman. I had nowhere to go." The Lord speaks, "I justly withdraw all your facilities." She asks, "Why, Lord?" The Lord answers, "Why? So that I teach you to desire your God. Wait until we are alone." She says, "Forgive me." The Lord answers, "I forgive you. So, Vassula, work while you are suspended." She asks, "How, Lord?" The Lord answers, "Allow me to whisper in your ear all my desires. Vassula, desire me. Use the graces I have bestowed on you. Remember, it is not only my hand using your hand. I opened your ear. I showed you how to see me and how to feel me. So use the other graces too. I love you." Vassula writes, "Jesus?" The Lord speaks, "I am Vassula." Vassula speaks, "We are together in this way again." The Lord, "Yes, but not for long. Reserve me not for later, merely because you do not pursue your lifestyle of before. Have me locked in your heart, child. Vassula: Lord, will I have bigger trials? The Lord: Oh yes, you will face many more severe trials. She writes, I sighed. The Lord continues, Trust me, I will be near you. You are my sacrifice, are you not? Why would I have you then among evil? I offer you to them to be among wickedness. Vassula speaks, But I am also wicked. What's the difference? I'm like them. The Lord: Are you? Why then do you want to come to me at home? She answers, Because I love you. The Lord speaks, I fashioned you like me to enable you to draw others to me. I will detach you still more from earthly solicitudes. Wait, and you shall see, Vassula. Yes. Vassula writes, I saw him just in front of me. The Lord speaks, Love me. Come, take my hand as you did yesterday. Vassula writes, Later on. The Lord speaks, Vassula, write the word AIDS. She repeats, AIDS? The Lord answers, Yes. Replace it by the word justice. The footnote reads, Read Romans 1:18-32. The Lord continues, My chalice of mercy has brimmed over, and my chalice of justice is full. Do not let it brim over. I have told you before that the world is offending me. I am a God of love, but I am also known to be a God of justice. I loathe atheism. She writes, later on. The Lord speaks, Beloved, you will penetrate into my body. I will let you see my thorns and my nails. Vassula speaks, Lord, how will I see all this? The Lord answers, I will give you sight so that you see. I will give you strength to pull out my nails and thorns. Re-crucified I am. Vassula speaks, But Lord, why have you let yourself be re-crucified? The Lord answers, Vassula, Vassula, taken by my own, neglected by my beloved. The footnote reads, He said it in a very sad tone, like someone being betrayed by his best friend. The Lord continues, Come, honour me, love me. Vassula says, I love you, I cling on you. When will this happen? The Lord answers, Vassula, do not run in front of me. Come, all in good time. Vassula, but you know, Lord, that I am an outsider, a nothing, and not knowing what's going on, where you are mentioning. Then who would want to see my papers, your writings? They will, if it reaches them, throw all the writings in my face, laughing. They will probably throw it around me like confetti. After all, who am I? Nothing but a professional sinner. The Lord speaks, Remember who is leading you. I am God. Do you remember what you said to your friend, yes, the unbeliever? They were my words. You are like a mouse running away from a giant. You are a speck of dust. Vassula writes, True. A friend of ours, an unbeliever, received a message from God. He said to me later on, In half a minute this message destroyed beliefs of 20 solid years. Why should I, a professional sinner, get such a message? But I will fight it. I will run away. I laughed. Then I told him God's words. The Lord speaks, Vassula, trust me. Vassula answers, Lord, I do, but it's me that's the problem. Why do you trust me? You should not. My Lord, I'm all goodwill, yes, but as you said, very weak. Don't trust me. I'm very sinful. The Lord speaks. Vassula, you are ineffably weak. I knew this from all eternity. But be nothing. I want you to be nothing. How else would I manifest myself alone if we were two? Let me free always, and I shall act in you. Come, lean on me.